Welcome to Freetown, capital of Sierra Leone. As a first-time visitor to the city, you can't help but be struck by the frenetic pace and by the countless street traders. Of course, there's poverty, but the mood of the people is positive and enthusiastic. But the vibrancy of Freetown's street life masks an unfolding crisis. Less than a quarter of Sierra Leone's population has access to clean, safe water. And like any health emergency, it's the poor, and especially the children, who are worst affected.
Because we don't have water here, it is not easy for the children. A lot of them have stomachache, cholera, you see.
In the morning you see large crowd of people scrambling with their 5-gallon containers to fetch water.
So they waste a lot of time. They will not be able to complete their lessons because they have to go for water. Because some live far from here. They live as far as Barrack, some of them. Some as far as Signal Hill.
Most of the children are not ready to learn because half of the time they've spent out collecting water. When they come, they are tired. They are tired, and within a twinkle of an eye, if you don't keep an eye on them, they fall asleep because of the long hours they've been out waiting to fetch water.
They will take smoke up, scoop water into the buckets. So that water is not good, it's contaminated. They will take it to the house and tell the parent that yes, that one is from the tap. And the parent don't check, they will drink. They will drink. We have such cases here in the hospital. Children come to school, one hour, it's in my stomach, my this, my head, so many types of diseases.
Even for them to use the toilet is very difficult. You see, there's a lot of strains.
There's a toilet area for our school, as you can see, but it's rather unfortunate that we are not using it because there is no water supply. You take a look at these gallons. Children come from a far community, they bring along water with them on their way coming, but it's not even enough to flush the toilet.
I need more of brushes and drums, disinfectants, soap. I mean, much of things, potties for the children. You know, we just have some children who are just kindergartens. I have to be there, watching them, even when they're toilets, you know, to look them, clean them up. Even where they are having this cholera, you know, I have to, because sometimes they are coming down the steps, they mess up instantly. So I have to go through that cure, that remedy, and doing it. So this facilitation of this hygiene, this Dettol and Carbolion, we need it.
Freetown's population swelled during the Civil War. And when the war was over, migration into the city continued. Some say as many as 2 million people now crowd the city of Freetown. 2 million in a country of just 6 million souls. The city's infrastructure, especially its water and sanitation, is unable to cope. And areas like Brookfields, in the heart of the city, are now overcrowded, poor, and dangerously unhealthy places to live. Goshen School in Brookfields lies just a few hundred metres from the main government buildings. And yet Goshen, like the rest of Brookfields, gets its water from a single well.
Can you imagine a big community like this? If you go to the taps now, they are not running. All of the taps, no water. And we are only depending on water wells. Earlier on, before the war, this water we were using it for drinking purposes. But because the community is now large, we can no longer drink it. But we use it to wash, we use it to launder. Some people use it to cook, you know. And can you imagine if someone is cooking with water that is not well purified? It's a problem. If someone is coming from the provinces, where he or she has been used to drink just any kind of water and it's not harmful, then if he comes and see water like this that is just clear, it's not clean, I mean it's not chemicalized, he can drink and say the water is good because it's clean in the surface. That's why we have many sicknesses around. You see, people have this typhoid. You see, diarrhea can emanate from cooking water like this. Most people don't know. Especially we have a huge number of illiterates in the community. If you don't educate them, it's a dangerous thing. At times there are children who would not come to school because they are sick. As I'm talking to you now, we have about 2 kids who are not in school. They came to school on Monday, on Tuesday, and they reported that they are having headache. But I sent them home. I told them to tell their parents and caretakers that they should check their stomach for worms and then treat them for malaria.
The kids normally got absent because of illness. You can ask at any time you ask them what is wrong. Some will say that they got sick, they have frequent stool at previous night, or some says they have headache, or they have to complain pertaining to the stomach. And when you ask them, they say that it's because of the water. They have cholera, dysentery. Those are most of the prominent effect on them.
As the city becomes ever more crowded, people begin to colonise the surrounding hills. Here at Hill Station, there's no infrastructure at all.
As you see, there are new buildings, because this is a newly developed community. But every day the community is getting bigger. They all get water from here. This small source of water. This water helps this entire community. You see, even the school, here the children get their water from. So we use it to drink, we use it to cook, to launder our clothes and do one thing or the other. Yes, we have nothing to purify the water. We just drink it as it comes out. Although at times we have some diarrhea because of we have nothing to purify the water. You see, so but we just manage it. There are over 2,000 women and children. They usually fight at times. Yes, they usually fight at times.
Elizabeth Kamara and many more teachers like her right across Freetown are fighting to give their pupils a future. And the children, sensing that knowledge can bring a better life, are keen to learn. But without access to clean, safe water, the children's education will continue to be blighted by fatigue, absence and illness. Yet even simple, inexpensive equipment could start to make a difference. That's why Here to Grow is building relationships with schools like the Joshua, so that vital water testing and purifying kits can be sent to where they're needed most.
We need other countries to come to our aid to help purify water in our system, in our environment, so that we can live the way others are living in their countries.
When there isn't enough water, the fight, the strongest we have it. That is jungle life. They are desperate people. I say the strongest provide. In how long? How long?
We are trusting God that every child within this community will have the opportunity to be schooled because it is part of their rights.
And man cannot live without water on planet Earth.